Manga-Waido.
I'm Kyoko Tokita. I'm a 28-year-old housewife. I used to work as a personal trainer at a gym. That's where I met my husband, Masashi Tokita. After we got married, he asked me to quit my job, so I did. For the first few years, things were pretty good. But recently, Masashi was acting all weird. He was being really cold towards me for some reason. What's up with you lately? Did I do something to upset you?
It's nothing.
He said it was nothing, but I don't know. And he never took his eyes off of his phone, even when he was home. Is he cheating on me? No, can't be. But then, one day I was out in the city and I found Masashi walking with this woman I've never seen before. I was shocked. I took some pictures of them and confronted him that evening. Who is this?
She's just a client of mine, okay?
Why were you holding hands with her then?
Just leave me alone, okay? I need to vent. You're just getting too old for me.
What?
Look, when we got married, you were all young and pretty, but now? I don't know. You're getting old.
I was shocked. I didn't even know what to say. Then the next day...
Here, sign these.
What the... Divorce papers?
Damn right. I don't need you anymore. You're getting old. I want to break up.
What? I didn't even feel like arguing, so I signed the papers and decided to get it over with. And so our marriage was over. Just like that. He told all of his colleagues that I cheated on him, so everyone thought that this was my fault. I didn't want to see him or anyone else in the city anymore, so I decided to move and start fresh. After moving to a new city, I got a job as a trainer. Just focus on the job and forget about Masashi. It's time to move on. I decided to focus on my job. I got promoted to personal trainer in no time and things were looking good. Then one day, I got this new client. He was a young man in his 20s.
I need to get some exercise, and I saw your flyer.
Thanks for coming. His name was Kai Wakamoto. He was 20. We were offering a discount for new clients, and he decided to give it a try.
My hips are killing me.
Maybe we can try this then.
I'm eating a lot of protein, but I'm not getting bigger.
Let me take a look at your diet. He came almost every day and asked me questions about staying in shape. After the trial month, he became an official member of our gym. Wakamoto-san, you're always asking me about what kind of food you should eat. Do you usually cook by yourself?
Yeah. I live alone, so
Well, that's impressive. Most people don't do that.
Thanks. My mom died when I was a kid, and I got into a huge fight with my dad the other day. And I've been on my own ever since. Living by myself is awesome, though. I get to do whatever I want. And cooking is kind of fun.
Oh, I see. Then, about 6 months later...
Takahashi-san, I like you!
What? He asked me out. He seemed like a nice guy, and I was flattered. But honestly, I just wanted to take a break from men. Sorry, I'm taking a break from this whole dating thing right now.
Okay, I understand. But is it okay if I keep trying?
I guess. He kept coming to the gym after that. He trained hard every day and told me how much he liked me every time. He was starting to grow on me. It didn't take long for me to crack. Fine, you win. I'll go out with you.
All right! Can I call you Kyoko-san from now on then?
Sure. I'll call you Kai then.
All right!
We went on our first date that weekend. I really enjoyed spending time with him. Maybe he's the one for me. After a while, I started thinking about marriage. Maybe he was the one. But then one day, I got this call while I was working at the gym. Hey, you moved without telling us? What's wrong with you? It was from my mom. I gave her my cell number and told her to call me back later. After work was over, I checked my phone and there were 50 missed calls from her. I called her and asked her what she wanted from me. After I got a job, I sent my parents $500 each month. It's not because I loved them. They were dead to me, to be honest. They were the worst parents ever. And when I graduated and got a job…
Now it's your turn to take care of us! We took care of you for years! It's the least you could do!
I didn't want to give them a dime, but if I refused, they just caused more trouble for me and the people around me, so I just did what they told me. But after the divorce, I completely forgot about sending them money. I moved out of town without telling anyone, and I got a new number, so it took them a while to find me. But then they saw my picture on the gym website and, well, you know the rest. You can't just leave without telling us. Pay us 20 grand to make this right.
Yeah! If you don't, we're gonna go to your gym every single day!
They weren't bluffing. These people had nothing better to do, so I decided to do as they say and sent them the money. But then, it didn't end there. Send us $800 a month from now on. Otherwise, we'll call your gym every day, got it? I had some money saved up, but it was nowhere near enough for this. Then, to make things worse, the gym I worked for went out of business. This big gym opened up around the corner and they just couldn't keep up. What now? I've got no more savings and I'm out of a job. I barely had any savings left. I kept sending my parents money every month, but I wasn't sure how long this was gonna last. I don't know what to do anymore. Then one day, when I was out on a date with Kai, he said to me,
Kyoko-san, I don't know how to say this, but
What is it?
can you lend me some money?
What? About a year later, I was now living in an apartment by myself. Then one day…
How have you been?
Huh?
It's me, your ex-husband.
It took me a while to recognize him. He looked like a completely different person. What do you want?
Why are you so cold towards me? I'm your ex-husband.
Exactly.
You're cold.
Ugh.
So, the girl I was dating, I married her. We had a baby a few years later, but she got super old after having the kid. So I started dating this other chick. But then my wife found out and sued me for damages and stuff.
Furious, his wife showed up at his office one day. How dare you? You're cheating on me? What's wrong with you?
What the?
I bet you did the same thing to your ex-wife. That's why she left you, isn't it? Answer me! After that, people at his work found out about what happened and he ended up quitting. Things just got too awkward for him. He was now up to his neck in debt. He needed some money, so he decided to track me down. And now he was here.
You look great. You're the one for me. You're all I got. Will you take me back?
Hell no.
Wait, please! At least lend me money! Come on!
You're a stranger to me now. Leave. Get out of my face. Bye. I tried to close the door on him, but he grabbed me. But then...
Keep your hands off my wife!
Kai?
Who the hell are you? I'm her husband.
He was helping me clean the house today. I was getting ready to move in with him. 1 year ago.
Kyoko-san, I don't know how to say this, but will you lend me money?
What?
I need $3,000.
For what?
Just please, trust me.
I don't want to ruin our relationship over money. But if you want me to lend you the money, you've got to tell me what you're going to use it for.
I want to make some money for you.
Then he started telling me why he needed the money.
My dad, he's an investor. He taught me how to invest when I was a kid. He didn't talk much. But when it was about investing, he went on and on for hours. I started investing when I was in middle school. I was a minor, so I traded under my dad's name, but yeah.
After that, he got hooked. After high school, he became a full-time trader. He just stayed in his room all day long, staring at computer screens. But his dad started to get worried.
He was like, I should go out there and see the world. He's the one who got me into this, you know? So we got into a big fight and that's why I ran away. After that, I stopped investing. I got my own apartment and did nothing for a while. Then I saw a flyer for this gym and at first, I was just hoping to kill some time, but you were really good to me and you inspired me to try new things. I even went out there and got myself a part-time job after I started training with you.
I had no idea.
I like you a lot, but more than that, you helped me expand my horizons.
And now that I was in trouble, he wanted to help me out.
I stopped investing years ago, but I think I still got it. I could just use my own money, but I know what you're like. You don't just accept handouts like that. That's why I asked you to lend me money.
Makes sense. It sounded a bit fishy at first, but I could tell he was serious. All right, I believe you.
Thank you. I won't let you down.
Thanks for helping me out like this. And so I handed him $3,000. A few months later...
Kyoko-san, thank you for being patient with me. Here you go.
He handed me an envelope with $3,000 in cash. Then he gave me a check for $40,000. He made all this money with the $3,000 I gave him, apparently.
But Kyoko-san, this money isn't for your parents. This is for you. Let's move somewhere far away. Just you and me. Will you marry me?
I was touched. But I'm 8 years older than you. Are you sure?
Why does that matter? I'd still love you if you were 100 years old.
I feel the same way about you. And so I said yes.
I'm Kyoko's husband. What the? CEO?
Kai started his own investing company after that.
So your husband's a CEO? Then you must have money. Tell him to lend me 100 grand.
Ugh, are you serious? Look, first of all, you still owe me money. You realize that?
What?
You cheated on me, remember? And it hasn't been 3 years since the divorce, so I can still sue you for damages. I wasn't gonna do anything about it since I didn't even know where to find you, but since you're here now, I might as well, right?
What? But that was your fault! You're the one who got old and ugly on me! This is on you, not me!
I can't help getting old. You got old too.
I'm a guy! It's not the same thing! Stop trying to change the subject!
I didn't have time for this. But then Kai said,
Hey man, I just wanted to thank you. If you were smart enough to see what an amazing woman she was, I never would have met her, so I owe you one. What? You heard me. Gah! Screw you both!
The neighbors were starting to gather. After that, he ran off. A few days later, I hired a lawyer and sued my ex-husband. I had all the evidence I needed on my old phone, so that came in pretty handy. So now he had 2 lawsuits on his hands, and since he didn't have any money, he ran off. And I knew this would happen. I just wanted him out of my life. That's why I sued him. I didn't really care about the money, so mission accomplished. A few months later, Kai and I moved abroad. We decided to move shortly after my ex-husband contacted me. I changed my last name after I married Kai, and I got my lawyer to do everything he could to cover my tracks, so there was no way my parents could find me. Needless to say, I stopped sending them money. A few years later, I hired a PI to find out how my parents were doing, and it wasn't looking good for them. They borrowed money from some scary people, and they ended up losing their house as well. Sucks of them, but oh well. As for Kai, he made up with his father after we got married. He talks to him online all the time. They spend most of their time talking about investing. As for me, I started working as a personal trainer. I had a loving husband and a great job. I couldn't be happier. Come on, let's eat dinner. Stop staring at the screen.
Alright, I'm gonna work out after this, so give me a small portion.
Gotcha. And so it was a rough couple of years, but glad everything worked out.